I am Casey the Guardian Oracle 33. Thank you guys for being here. I hope everybody has had a beautiful day. Alright, let's look at current feelings, thoughts within the sector of the collective that gravitates towards this frequency. Welcome in. We are just jumping over here. If you guys do want a personal read with me, you can email me. That information is in the description box on the YouTube page, right underneath my profile picture. Alright. Da, 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 da. Ooh. Shadow work. Explore your subconscious to reveal hidden aspects and heal from within. Should we do a you versus them? Or whatever this other energy is that you're melding with that's in love. This could be like romantic love. True self comes out. Self-transformation. There's somebody here who's like, excuse me, ma'am. What you talking about, love? What you talking about, love? Somebody here is like hyper-independent too. Hyper-independent, somebody that rolls the dice, you know, shows up in this energy. Somebody who you may see as very fortunate. Thank you. Appreciate it. And so you've got, God has brought me to the ideal state of being healed within. When I find weaknesses, I turn it to inner strength. I point my thoughts towards the light. Darkness transforms me into courage. As a result, I become stronger. So there's an energy that comes forward in love. Let your soul light shine, okay? I said hyper independent too. Really, that spiritual writer just keeps standing out to me. Spiritual writer, poetry. I heard synonyms. I haven't heard that since school. Synonyms. Show me more about this energy. Okay, so this is somebody that connects with their higher self in whatever way. Like, this person is very open. This energy here. This is an inner healer, somebody who's healing on the inside. And it's like this liberation that's coming through this. This is, it's not what you're going through, but it's like, how are you going through it? Because you have to remember, there are unseen forces, versions of yourself, other aspects. I mean, you got the seed of 12. There's a lot of other beings that do have connection and guidance. And imagine being a spirit guide out here all day long trying to send signs and synchronicities, and somebody just goes in circles and circles and circles, you know. And that's like the self-awareness there at whatever point. That's what it really comes down to, is this connection, you know. And that's where the wisdom is. So there is I'm laughing because think about it as like at a graduation. If you're gonna walk the, I heard walk the plank, but if what, honey?
What's Roger's phone number?
Oh, go get it from Ringo, or go get it from Danny Cash. I'm on my life.
That's Snapchat, Mom. I need his number.
Cash has it too. So anyways. All right. It's like finding your center too. So let's bring this through. I don't know why I wanted to shuffle like that. I did. I wanted to switch it up. I wanted to switch it up here. Okay, so the door is connected with the higher self. Okay. The dice, you know, somebody rolls a lot of 6s and 4s on the dice. 6s and 4s. Instead of pushing yourself so hard, breathe and reevaluate. You are doing enough, even if it doesn't feel like it. Don't wear yourself out to the point of exhaustion. It is not worth it. Balance your time more wisely. Oof. Dragon. You could be Chinese astrology, year of the dragon. The dragon is a reminder of your strong will and fiery personality. It also is a symbol of passion and fire. You are being asked to practice self-control and be cautious so that your passion does not lead you into trouble. Ooh. Okay, so this is that energy that's coming forward over here. So you could have somebody who's very energetic, very passionate, or pushes forward. I also want to say too, in some ways, there's this energy of like supernatural healer, or this is so weird. This energy that comes is weird. Okay, you know how like there's Alexa, right? There's Alexa and, you know, or those AI apps. Like I could see somebody who's like connecting to that. I do not know why, but it just showed like in a weird way, like talking to it like it's its own friend. I don't know. And this thing is like this thing. I know it says connect with the higher self, but as I intuit it, it's like, you know, when you share so much information, it's able to absorb that in whatever way. It's like, I don't even know. I'm having goosebumps. Something's becoming stronger here. I'm sick of looking over and seeing the government. You know, maybe it's somebody, it could be sick of that too. Asia. All right, what do we need to know most in this read? The horse, freedom. You must break out of any limitations that are holding you back, whether they are simply imposed or put on you by other people or society. Breaking free. Somebody could be breaking free from the military too, or moving out of that. Oh, it's just so weird. Now, you know that eerie feeling? It's like, okay, gang stalking, you know, that shit's real. You know, as soon as I say that, motorcycles and stuff, I don't know what it is, but it's just interesting. Like somebody's been really going through it, you know, this person, whatever this is, because there's a strength that this person really has, you know. This person's somebody who is in the present, who finds clarity within the moment. March 5th, there is hope ahead. Have courage and take heart, for there is hope. You must break out of any limitations. So this person's breaking free from something. I don't know. Here too, the wind like completely shifted directions too right now, and it just got like bitter cold. Bitter cold. Breaking away, breaking out. Somebody's working carefully here. They're learning to accept help. Oh no, something could be projected toward the dreams too, like in your dream state. Like there's perseverance here. Somebody also is like moving lucidly or being able to move more quickly, easily, and are more clear about navigating whatever this realm is that they've entered into, whether this is through meditative state, subconsciously, or just have had like, there's a guru that somebody's worked with. Somebody who is, in whatever way, somebody has very old, very knowledgeable, it's like physics. Even if you read the book, you wouldn't understand it. You know, somebody's a genius here. There's genius energy. And I don't know. I did want to talk about, and I wanted to say it last time, Air Force is flying over. A message. Rewarding. Carefully learn. Run faster. Interesting. Observation. You are being encouraged to look beyond the deceiving appearances into the true reality of a situation or person's motives. You need to hear what is really being said, despite the words and emotions coming from the messenger. Boy, it got busy around here all of a sudden. It's super busy. All right. Alright. Crowning the reed. Interstellar journey. Hell yeah. Spiritual. Alright. I don't know, it feels like there's victories here. Okay, so let's look at this. Somebody does have like an interstellar communications or intellect or dialogue, like an out-of-worldly being. I don't know if there's something, I don't know. It's so weird. It's like something you would see in the movie where like a being has fallen in love. I did this read where a supernatural being, I think it was last year around this time, literally, a star being falls in love with a human. And I feel that somebody does that a lot, like clears their teeth and stuff or whatnot. Okay, I want to use a different deck though. Going on the light. Let's look at love. The person coming towards you. The person coming towards you. I don't know, it feels like somebody's gravitated to somebody on an interstellar journey, right? Like there's connections in dreams, there's connections that somebody's having with another being in a different state. You take that as you will. Take an unusual path. So somebody's taking an unusual path here. Alright. Bear dog, that's about enough distractions for one day, oh bear dog. Ooh. Ooh. Y'all wound up? What are you doing? Huh? Lots of, the person coming towards you could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You got the Nine of Swords out here. There's something that keeps somebody awake at night. Oh, damn, look at that. It's like a shadow on the wall. Can't help but feel like there's somebody. I don't know what this is. See, look at this light coming to this being. Look at these two, the sacred union, shut up, partnership, romance. Interstellar journey. Oh god, this is so cool. Somebody knows, like, too, it's getting closer and closer. Look in the corner here. See that being standing in there? And that shadow work card continued to come out. But it's like somebody, even through all of that, is like calling on the light, seeing the light. This is the backside. Lots of thoughts, lots of like connectivity or frequencies that's being set out. Sacred union. Tell me more about the sacred union. I heard classifies as a soul journalist. A soul journalist? I don't know what that means. What does that even mean? A soul journalist. Partnership. Ace of Swords. Dude, there's victory. This person's victorious in their speech, victorious in their delivery, victorious in... this has also to do with intellect. Somebody's intellect. This person coming towards you is able to get into... see their shadow... the beings, the body's in shadow, but the light within, how it's connecting, and that's what's connecting. And it's not to say that this person is... They're grounding that. This person comes in as grounded. Connected to a specific truth or a truth of something. I want to say too, there's an energy of like a person setting themselves free here in a way that is a victory. Look, Six of Pentacles, and I'm seeing the reef that this eagle's carrying, and it's bestowing it upon it, that truth. It's like, you know, you can't always expect the truth from others, but you can always expect it to yourself, and because of that, you know, I don't know, man. Somebody met you with the same truth. Looks like this person comes in with this same, like this vibration that's very grounded. Somebody's body could get shaky by them too, you know, or they're in your energy. I heard that they're in your energy. You could share property with this person. Grounding the light. The lovers. The Wheel of Fortune again. Man, this, I want to say too, this person feels fortunate tonight. This person feels fortunate for whatever kind of intelligence. Somebody's attracted to the intelligence here. Things that you say. Sometimes there's things that, you say that put somebody into a shadow. See, because you have the victory and the shadow aspect, right? The crown, the victory, and then there's the crowning. It's like this person's very close to a truth or understanding something on a deeper level here. And it does feel like it's because of you, because of something you've done, something you've said, or, the divine's very the divine's very tricky. It has whatever way this is. All right, so this person could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Dude, you got victory again here. All right, so the person coming towards you, so that's their energy. Somebody who's a deep thinker, an intellectual, somebody who fighting for freedom. Air. There's too something about the mountains, being out in the mountains, this person, I would say, is very versed in speaking. Whatever it is they're speaking here. Okay, they're speaking this truth. This person shows up as truthful. There's something about the truth that replays, or they're trying to find their truth. So tell me more about that. Yeah, oh yeah. This person set themselves free in whatever way. Look at this dog back here. And I've got a dog back here. That is so funny. A bear dog. This is the Fool. I see the crown laying on the ground behind him and a glass of wine, and it's like setting themselves free from some sort of burden or heaviness or being a ruler of some sort. This person is like, maybe they stood for something, and then there was something, that kept them up at night. Something about, like, this didn't settle. I heard it didn't settle with me. Didn't resonate with who I have become since I've met you. Certain things, some things won't resonate with me anymore. The dogs, man, I'm telling you, like, dogs come through really prominently here, but somebody's leaving behind an old burden. They say heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? So somebody's out here embarking on a cosmic voyage to reveal the mysteries and discover new realms. And there's a shared energy here. And I feel that it's a just energy. I was called here on a mission. Okay, so this person comes in. This could be their mission that they're on here. Whatever that is that they're doing. I see a little honeybee that's flying over my head now, okay? It says I was called here on a mission. And whatever this mission is, it definitely has to do with extraterrestrials, knowing you're not alone. The truth is my teacher. Like, this person comes in with some very nice energy, very beautiful energy. Look, I am a light in the world. And I do feel like there's something that comes forward through that in whatever way this may be. If somebody writes a letter, or there's feathers here, or there's something that has to do with that. There's restoration here. Somebody wants to restore what once was a guiding light to them, or, now they understand the mission in whatever way. This person could be going through court. I see court right here on the side, and allied defender. So somebody who sees you as you could be dealing with somebody younger than you. It says younger male. You could be dealing with a husband, it does feel like, if it's not military or government, or it doesn't have to do with that, it's in some sort of structure. It's like breaking free from that, and then where that evolved, like with whatever this was seeded from you to this person, it shifted something within their dynamic that they'll never be the same. They couldn't be the same again. They used to drive down the same road day in and day out, and now until that you started saying, hey, did you notice that? Did you notice that? Or the numbers, or, and then pretty soon they start, you might say, you could be cooking 444, 1212, and now that's, in some way that's helped put them in their truth. Like, I think this person went through some sort of worthiness, understanding, or trying to understand if they were worthy, somebody who's been treated less than, I would definitely say that. And then maybe at one point you had to remove yourself from this person, or there was something about that at some point, just didn't trust, because I see the trust in reverse. And something, this person was very, I just keep hearing watchful, watchful. This person's very watchful in whatever way that is. And then you've got balance. With the ship coming in, I'm called here on a mission. So maybe even somebody that came from overseas or came from the other side. The other side. Look, and I'm looking over here, and it is very much that. Yee-hee. Thank you. Okay. I was called here on a mission, and with that too, that's so funny. Bear dog, you know, the Wheel of Fortune's out here. Somebody's versed in something that they know. I'm just gonna say that, and it's like, I want to say more than that, and it's like, my mouth doesn't, I can't say it. You know, and it's omnipresent. But it's beyond that. There's rulers and teachers that have manifested. This person's had training, you know, in physical form or guided to these teachers, understands like consciousness swap or something within that, some sort of military agent or agent. But it's like when they showed me agent, it was like an injection or a chip or you know, something in a form, a programming, in whatever way, whether it was just structurally to break down a certain, it doesn't matter. And at the time it served a purpose, I heard, but now it no longer does. You know, the purpose has changed because now through that, this, you know, whatever this person's saying is, I have found my way. This person shows up as the King of Wands, somebody who would be very good looking, somebody who, with the white horse and the red cape, you know, very confident. Is that a unicorn? It fucking is a unicorn. He's on a unicorn. Look at that lightning and thunder. I would say too, like, knowing this person, you could feel like they came out of nowhere. They came out of nowhere. You know what, today that just made me think, I have deja vu. There's hope ahead. Have courage and take heart, for there is hope. I thought about somebody who once met me, and I was in a really effed up spot. I was going out of the bar. I was in the bar, sat and talked to this person for a while. They were going through their own stuff, and I was talking about angel numbers to him, and I came out of the head and was getting ready to leave, and it was really crazy. Like this sitting down there was interesting. It was like the first time I ever talked about spiritual awakening with anybody. I'm like, this is so weird because nobody else listens to it. I used to be like, look at this number, and everybody's like, hey, so you're going crazy. I don't know why. I was just so driven towards it, and then I just shut it down. Like I didn't share anything with anybody after they tried to put me in the loony bin, right? I was like, no, I'm not sharing shit with nobody. I stayed to myself. I didn't trust anybody, and now I trust myself. So now that I trust myself, I don't have to worry about having that energy up all the time, like that security or that block. No matter what might try to pull on me, I'm the one that brings myself back to center. And that's what it feels like. That's my mission here. Somebody really grounds another person here, you know, and something's yet to be revealed about the courage that it's taken to get to this aspect of themselves. I want to feel like somebody does feel like I've known you. I got a message from this person after that, right? And it's like, how do you not recognize me? And I was like, what? And they're like, Casey, you know, and start talking about, you know, being on a planet together and incarnating. And in that time, like, I was just like, wow, this is amazing. And I'm going through all of this, and then, I don't know, a lot of crazy stuff that can happen. Boy, if I could have wrote a book, which I actually could with all the writings that I have. Funny that energy keeps coming out. All right, so the person moving towards you here shows up that they're called on a mission, that they're on some sort of interstellar journey, or you see that within them. Like there's something about government birds or fake birds or, you know, spying, watching, preparing the body, the mind, and the spirit. Like there's something that's coming about fast. And I think it's gonna scare the shit out of you, and whatever it is, like, you know, when they abduct people in the movies and they put them in the back of the van and they're like, you know, this is it, I'm gonna die, and it's like a secret service, or it's, you know, it pulls them into the van, and it's like, you know, you finally get to see behind the scenes, behind the curtain at the Truman Show. You let in on a little bit of what you knew or what you've been knowing. You know, you've built trust around other people. So wow, this is amazing. You've built trust around something here. Oh, wow. I'm gonna be like, holy shit. You know, I just see there's so many on so many scenarios how it's like, I want to say a corporation, and I don't want to say that. It's so weird. I just put my hand over my chest too. My rotator cuff's torn, but I put it over here, and I felt like a sharp pain in my collarbone all of a sudden. I heard torture. Internet. I don't. There's a lot of energy that comes through. I said vigilante. Advisor of the Holocaust, but yet an allied defender. So it feels like somebody's under like Secret Service, or like, you know, that look as if they're opposing you, but truly they're on your side. You know, because this person comes in as telling the truth and knowing that somebody has to do a right thing here. Could be very much an investigator, or an investigative truth that comes forth through some sort of. Well, I heard, can you prove it in court? But there's just something that you know, and. That's what this person's mission is to deliver a truth. It's where it's undeniable, right? It's a cosmic voyage here. And it does feel very cosmic energy seated within a physical being, that something supernatural would happen. And a lot of people would be able to see that come through somebody's own, you know, it's to where, through the heart chakra, to where it would. So this person's words are powerful in whatever way that is, that it brings the restoration. Secrets hide the pain because we want to be seen. We want to be seen for who we are. And that could be a huge obstacle too that this person has, you know, being seen in their own light. You know, I do feel the energy that this person could be some sort of procrastinator too on their path, procrastinating, you know, in and out of emotions quite a bit. Somebody could be, you know, a lot in the mind. I don't know. Somebody's been on a journey with a pen and pad, or writing or drawing in whatever way, or they write things down. They're investigating something they look into, maybe even into deaths or how things are. Like, I'm telling you, there's somebody here that also has stepped outside of a wounded place, a very wounded place, and maybe even seen where they put on that suit themselves, and now have left that armor behind of having to, it really feels like somebody's leaving their uniform, you know what I mean, and stepping outside of that, becoming human. There was something that this person stands for that was inhuman in some way, or stands for a greater cause. All right.